Hello, it's Ricardo and welcome back to Elite Dangerous. So, these are the update notes for Update 13 in regards to Elite Dangerous Odyssey. There will be another video that relates to Elite Dangerous Horizons on my channel as well. So, here we go. What have they fixed? You have to love the patch notes from Frontier. They're very detailed, and there's been a huge build-up in social media in regards to Update 13 for Elite Dangerous Odyssey, and indeed Horizons. This video's all about Odyssey. There's going to be a bit of crossover, obviously. So what they say in regards to Elite Dangerous Odyssey Update 13 notes are, the features of note were quite good, made me smile straight away. Scenarios and features added to reflect the finale of the Azimuth saga in-game. Great. And then they say, nothing further to add on these other than, well, see for yourself. The time is almost upon us. And in regards to that time, downtime is from 9 o'clock AM GMT to about 1 o'clock GMT as well, when it'll be up, hopefully, across all platforms, and Update 13 for Elite Dangerous is going to be available. Now, here's the thing. Any update, and people who work in IT know this, right, is never as stringent as what it is. They say they can do it, great, we've got to give them a little bit of leeway as well. So let's be patient with our Frontier development friends. So, onto the notes. Start with a few issues of notes that are going to be addressed, and they go through a number of things around the graphical, like frame shift drive countdown would hang at 0 and keep you guessing as to what's actually going to happen. I think we've all had that. An issue where severe shadow flickering would occur, most notable at settlements, although I've had that quite basically across virtually all the ship models too, even on my rig, and that's the 3080 SUPRIM 10GB, right? Pioneer suits have now been reinstated and will be available to adorn yourselves with once again. Great, well, brilliant, we want Pioneer suits, right? Brilliant. They've fixed issues where covert theft missions failed to count towards the Terra Vasquez prerequisite. That's the unlock, Terra Vasquez. And also an issue where players could find themselves being stopped from disembarking from a frontline solution ship after landing at a starport. And that's no good, because you can't go and hand in all your vouchers. Again, there's more work around Terra Vasquez, and Rascal's Choice bookmark appeared in system instead of settlements. And then an issue has been fixed whereby transaction tabs did not accurately represent what mission cargo you have on your ship. In Odyssey, it would, like it would in Horizons. Horizons was fixed, Odyssey was off the wall with this. So there are loads of things, loads of issues of note that have been addressed. As for someone who makes content, one stood out. The free camera now moves smoothly, even when the ship is moving rapidly in super. This also addresses improvements to tether range, which is great because, it was as juddery as absolute hell. And I was thinking, is it me? Is it my system? Is it my graphical changes? No, they've addressed it, and that's absolutely fantastic. There are loads of updates of note. We're not going to go through them all here, to be honest with you, because we'd be here all day, and this would be like a 3-hour video. But they've hit things like Guardian Sentinels, and they've fixed things about mining fragments being stuck in there, and also things around the background simulation. And all that's fantastic. So in general, they've looked at the AI as well. Ambient traffic system has been updated. Thargoid interceptors no longer drift off target while scanning player ships. Also, Thargoid scavengers at surface sites now require line of sight before going hostile. Great, so you can hide from the little monkeys. That's absolutely brilliant. They've removed some exploits which allowed more than one MP ship launch fighter to enter combat at a time. Great, because, you know, it's hard enough as it is. Guardian Sentinels are no longer impeded from using their missile launchers, and ship launch fighters inform their mothership of target to ensure kills get accurately attributed. Hostility between teammates can no longer be affected by the combatants, and NPC crew in the SLFs can now correctly use Guardian weapons against Thargoids. Good, because that's been a major problem, especially in the recent battles. With multiplayer, now this is something that when I stream, we've really noticed. An issue has been fixed where commanders, part of a multi-crew session, would sometimes become stuck in Super Crew's warp tunnel. Brilliant. What this means is you all pile on the ship to make your getaway, your high-speed getaway from getting your pews on, and then you take off and you hit the jump button and you jump, and then your crew is left floating around in space. But they say it's fixed, and that's fantastic. I can't wait to have a go at some of this instancing. They've also fixed inconsistencies with the Thargon swarm. Now, the Thargons, those little things that shoot out the backside of any Thargoid interceptor. Behavior between commanders engaged in the same instance combat have been addressed. So basically, if you're on the same, it will just target one person as opposed to everybody, which it should really target. They fixed things in regards to audio. We're not going to go into that. Character. They've improved NPC eye movements, which is great, which means you can give someone the slight stinky eye. With ships and SRV, players can no longer access impounded ships, and when viewing a passenger lounge, the player info panel now highlights available passenger seats. Great. That's been missing, and I've hated it. Especially when doing, like, you know, the multi-instancing, like I've been saying. So ships in supercruise towards a planet's tourist beacon will no longer skip the glide descent phase. Excellent. Excellent. Just what we want. On server sides of it, there's been lots of yellow adder errors as well. They've added exobiology ship decals. They were missing. Oh no, because we need more stickers. An issue has been fixed whereby attempting to take control of a fighter that had been deployed, then abandoned by another team member, would cause the game to soft lock and become unresponsive, but wouldn't crash. But then you'd have to come out of the game anyway. Lots of things around rendering as well. Rendering lights sometimes jittering when attached to moving objects. Fix some issues with trailing behind moving objects. Visual effects, UI dropping, some shadows appearing to flicker on settlements. They mentioned this of note at the top. And issues around fog around planet rings as well. Visual disturbances occurring in fog. Flickering and whatnot. Interactions, a reputation update will now trigger when an engineer unlocks rather than waiting until later. Good, great stuff. Probably a bit more on that, to look at some of the engineers. Engineers will now offer non-engineering services to all commanders when they have invited status. Commanders will no longer need to unlock the engineer workshop to gain access to other services, which is great, because think about it. The workshop's there, the engineer's there. They're looking all smug, going, oh yeah, you bring me some tea and all the rest of the stuff that you want, and oh, let's have some gold, and oh, by the way, I just want my AFM fixed. Yeah, no problem. Stick it in the shop. I'll see to that. You want any funky stuff? You bring me my tea. That's what they're saying. In regards to fleet carriers livery options are now available whilst on foot. Okay. The fade to black transition has been improved when moving players to the bridge for fleet carrier jumps. Now, I did a video on this. What this means is you wander up to your fleet carrier and it says, right, go to the bridge and take your seats. You go, no, I'm going to sit in the bar and enjoy some Lavian brandy. Oh no, now they've actually improved that fade to black transition, so we'll have to have a look at that. Stability, high frequency of crashes and stability issues around planetary surface settlements and point of interest. This is the issue behind these has now been addressed. They've addressed those stability problems. Brilliant. They haven't said what they are. The occasional crash when encountered when exiting to main menu after joining a team. I haven't had that. I think Simon's had that. An instance of an occasional crash has been fixed, which could be encountered when multi-crew members would use the FSS. Yes, we've certainly had that. Lots of art improvements. There are some extra lights appearing on the Scorpion SRV. Of course, the SRV is now going to be in Horizons as well. Also an oversized light blocking geometry. There's loads of stuff in there in regards to this. Improvements made to the hazard ship kit bumper for the Cobra Mark III. Well, what about the crate? Because you can't see out of half of the window. Ooh, it's terrible. But apparently what was happening with the Cobra Mark III, it was protruding into the front of the cockpit. Okay. They've improved some ships to have a look at how different paint jobs look at. The further lance ship kit pieces have been improved to prevent some paint job smearing. So yeah, some good art improvements. It's going to look prettier. Now, in regards to the user interface, the new conflict zone panel added to the top right of the cockpit for the purpose of anti-Xeno conflict zones has been added. Great. Okay. So if they're adding that, that would say there's going to be more. Ooh, I can't wait. The UI during pre-jump sequence now provides destination information. There's a load of stuff there as well. On-foot missions will now show the destination of the mission journal and will update it when the relevant events occur. Great, that was really frustrating. There's a few things there as well. Some VFX have been improved on Imperial couriers, and some visual disturbances can appear in large hangars. Now, key known issues, right? They've been noted, and it's not final, but it's going to be addressed. Skimmer movements, audio currently fails to sound. Navlock is currently not working as expected in Odyssey as it does for Horizons players. That's a big one, really. Ship lateral and vertical thrusters are reported weaker. Well, that needs work. Pardon me, that needs work, doesn't it? And a community goal galaxy map icons fail to appear. Oh my god! Settlement raid and massacre missions require more targets than at present. That's major. These are some humdingers. After all the good they've put in the top, these are the humdingers. Some missions reported as giving incorrect rewards. I think we've had that already. When a system enters incursion, from incursion pending, starports are not currently catching fire. Read that again. When a system enters incursion, from incursion pending, starports are not catching fire. Okay, right, so fair enough. I think we get it. That's absolutely brilliant. So, the key known issues, there are some humdingers. Let's recap. Skimmer movement audio, you can live with that. Navlock is not working in Odyssey as it does in Horizons. Ship lateral and vertical thrusters are weaker. The community goal galaxy map icons do not appear, so it's going to be a good guess, really. Settlement raid and massacre missions require more targets than at present. That's a humdinger. Some missions reported as giving incorrect rewards. That's a humdinger too. Well, let's just hope the old Salvation content is great. We'll go on to the Elite Dangerous update notes in another video, but the Elite Dangerous Horizon update notes won't be covered in this one. Anyway, so to recap, lots of fixes, lots around art, and lots of general issues of note that have been fixed as well. I just hope this content's absolutely fantastic. Good luck to Frontier and all who sail in it, and let's hope we have a great player experience for Elite Dangerous Odyssey. I've been Ricardo. Thanks very much for watching. Thanks for watching this video. Check out the one on Horizons as well, and the gameplay going forward. I'll see you soon.